Hello and welcome to my channel. We are continuing on with the series of my Craft With Me junk journal tutorial process videos. And today I am going to carry on with stamping, rubber stamping in my journal. Right now I have done one journal, which is 2 signatures, and I'm going to move on to the second journal. And I think today I'm probably just going to stick with stamping the backs of the tags. We've done the stenciling in the last video, and at some point I will go through the pages and probably stamp some of the pages, like just the edges of the pages, with these beautiful PSX stamps that I have. They are roses. Like I've mentioned before, I don't have very many ballet stamps at all, rubber stamps. I was going to try and maybe get some with the word dance on it. So if I get to run out later today, that's what I'm going to see if I can grab. If not, that's fine. We'll run with it. Or I can add it later, but no biggie. And what else? I'll show you some stamps I have of roses and such. These are Prima, which I love. And yeah, I have some Heartfelt Creations ones. I've got a really nice script stamp that I've used in several projects before, and I think I'm going to go over some of the pages. You know, just kind of randomly stamp the script. This particular one is called Les Miserables. And what else have I got? Well, just this and that. But anyhow, let's begin. So this is the, oh, it's the second signature. That's right. I was stamping last night and I only did one signature of the one journal. So I'm going to carry on and do the back of this one first. This is scrapbook paper layered with sheer tulle curtain panel that I got, and then I just cut up the parts that had the embroidery on them, which I thought were beautiful. Added a black paper lace doily and one of the images from the kits. So now I'm going to stamp on the back here. But yeah, if you can see this here, this is probably the area where I would just add a bit of random script text. So because I have this mat on my desk, it's fairly new. I don't really like it. I had the other one for about 5 years and it just was, you know, getting a few holes and decrepit. So I got this one off Amazon. It's nice because if I drop my scissors on it, it won't get a hole in it. However, it's really sticky and the glue just sits on there. It does come off, but I have to pick it. And what I found was it's leaving little glue blobs on the backs of my projects. So maybe too much information, but just letting it out there that yeah, you got to have something to protect your furniture, that's for sure, if it's important to you. Also, I do like the soft texture. And the stamp that I've chosen for this particular tag is this one, Don Hauser. Beautiful. I've used it a million times because I've had it for a long, long time. And what I'm doing here is, it's a bit fidgety, but I have a new ink pad that I think just stamps way too black. So I use my other one and I number them. And it gives me the right color. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't want it too dark. I don't want it too faded. For example, this was just a little too faded. So until this ink pad ages up a bit, this is what I do. So I just stamp it with both. And because this particular stamp, the images, not the rubber images on there exactly straight, I leave an arrow right here, which means tip this end up a bit. And I've used this for shower invitations, all kinds of cards, beautiful cards. And I have, well, I'm going to say thousands of stamps. A lot of them are woodblock, and that's fine. I actually find them probably a little easier to use. See, that just gives a nice muted effect. Love it. And in the early days when I started stamping about, I don't know, several decades ago, maybe 25 to 30 years ago, I didn't even know that you had to clean stamps. What do you do with them? I don't know, just let the ink build up. So I have learned to be a little bit more conscientious with my stamps. And the system that I do when I'm going through a journal is I don't just use 1 or 2 stamps. I love to use lots and lots. So I keep the unused ones on the left side of my workspace, and then once I've used them in the journal, I just turn them around so that I know which ones I have not, images I have not used already, which helps for those of us whose memories are not as sharp as they once used to be. This method is just easier for me. And then I just kind of leave them sticking out like this so that they don't smear for whatever reason. I know this ink dries immediately. I love this VersaFine ink, but I just do that. Alrighty. And now we've got another one. These are fabric covered. This one I'm not going to stamp on the back because I just want some variety. I've also got the stenciling here, so that's enough for me. And then I will do these two, but not this one here. Then I just take the whole pile of my journal in progress or signature in progress and scoot it off over to the side. Take these and make sure I've got them flipped the right way. I do have the stamp press that I absolutely love. I've actually got a couple of them because they're for all of the cling stamps. Some I have are the red rubber and some are clear. So because these are going in the same pocket, I try and keep them themed accordingly. And this one, I'm going to do this Denami stamp. Yeah, I chose roses because there is a lot of rose images in these kits, and it's just, I think, very, oh, actually I don't need this. There you go. Boom. Just gonna concentrate here for a second before I continue talking. Okay, now comes the tricky part, and that's why I didn't want to do this on camera, but I will. Yep, goofed it up a little bit, but that's all right. I'll live with it. When you use the stamp press, that doesn't happen because you just put the stamp down again, and it will cover over those spots that you missed. So handy dandy. Now, where was I with this one here? All right, carrying on with the rose theme. Got this small tag. I love these Prima stamps, but they just are not very sticky at all. I know you can put stuff on the backs of them so they are, they will stick better. Sometimes I even just use them by hand. All right, this one here. Going to use And this beautiful image. I love it. Just freeform dancing, or modern ballet, I guess I call it. These stamps, these two, I just ordered, I think off Etsy. And they don't have an image with them when you buy them, but I really do love the results. Some fuzz on here from the wipey. And that's her little hand. All right. To me, when I add stamping, it continues to tell the story of the theme of the journal. And that's what I like about it. Gorgeous. So I have to wipe them down after each time, because when you want to place it the next time, it has to be clean, or you're going to get residue ink on the back of your tag. Journaling card. Now these I've got these little tags that I've chosen to put in these envelopes. So they will get, I think, these squiggles or flourishes, I guess you call them. Do one at the top and one at the bottom. And again, this is just my preference, my personal taste. So this is 2 at a time, which is another thing that's nice about the stamp press. If you've never used one, they're amazing. Kind of wish I would have gotten a bigger one when they were still available, but some stamps are just, when they go off the page or off the grid here, just a little bit more tricky to try and get the placement right. And if you can't already tell, I'm a little bit particular. There we go. And then you just keep carrying on. I don't know how long I'm gonna record this right now, but I might come back on again with when I do the pages, when I actually stamp the pages. Just got the signature off to the side here. This one is quite bulky on the bottom, so if I stamp, it would need to be on this side of the image. Because this is colored cardstock, I'm going to leave it. Got enough going on there. I could always come back to that though, too. For example, these pages here, I think I would definitely do some script stamping. Or music notes. That was the other theme that's very strong in this journal. Here's this little sweet girl. I think I'll stamp on here, something on the top, and then I will add some lace to it. So that's my thinking with this one. And let's do some cute little ballet slippers. Yeah, that one there. So I don't need this. I usually always try and do, see, I've already goobered it. Ink pad down onto the stamp and then just slightly tap it. Otherwise you're gonna get ink on the edges, and that's gonna come through to your project, which you don't want. So let's see if we could do this nicely now. The thing with stamping is to apply firm, even pressure. Don't rock it and roll it and all that kind of stuff. And there you go. Just a nice little touch. And I've got these here. This is just a little extra journaling sheet. This is ballet slippers as well, so I am going to use the other one that I have and stamp it down here, or I'll stamp it on this one. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do it on this one. So, ink to stamp. The eyeball method. I love this one because it's just a little bit more vintage looking. Alrighty, so that's that one. And this one, I kind of want to do it on the side and do Follow Your Dreams. And I can see where I got a little bit of the ink right there, based on experience from yesterday. Love it. And we have these two from our double doily pocket. This one I could put some of the acetate on there, or even chipboard. But before I do that, of course, I want to stamp the back. So these two, I am going to do some comparable, kind of like that idea. And even though this is a magnolia, I love it. So I might just do this and this. I'll do this one first because it's wood mount. This is another PSX stamp. I love them. I think it's Personal Stamp Exchange. I think that's the company name. And you know, if you ever really goof up, you can cover it up and collage it and then just restamp it. I've had to do that if it's a real obvious mess up. So yeah, all these now have been used. Not this one though, and not this one. All right, so keep these over here. See, beautiful. And this one is a cling stamp, so I will go to my press. Because it's got the detail punched out on the bottom, careful with my placement here. Now this stamp does not stick at all, so I don't even know why I'm doing that. Maybe with hopes that it will stick. Yeah, no, ain't gonna happen. So then I do it by hand. This is not a good idea for an inexperienced stamper, I would say. And hopefully I'm not gonna mess it up. The trick is to pulling it off carefully. I think I'm just going to take, you know, you get that sticky glue ribbon along the edge of your cellophane wrappers for everything. I'll just peel some of that off and stick it on here. I had some of that for a while and it was successful, but then it did eventually come off. There you go, beautiful rose. Alrighty, and there we go, this journaling card. Let's do a little bit bigger image. I actually don't want it too big. I think what I'm going to do is use this, but on the edge. So then I use a background and just ink up the top part of the stamp. Don't have to do the whole thing. Again, it's a little bit trickier to do it this way, but not much. Not much at all. So my ink comes up to there, and that's the top. And there you go. I love that effect. Complements the rose on the other side. Also, if I just stamped it with a fresh black ink pad, they're pretty saturated and I would be concerned that the color would bleed through on thinner paper. So by double inking it here, that prevents that bleeding from happening. Personal experience. All right, next. Ooh, we have this playbill. What was I calling it the other day? I couldn't get the word right. Playbook, I think I call it. Well, it's a playbill, of course, duh. It's your program that you get when you go to the theater for performances. Beautiful mandolin there. I love this artwork. So I do have stenciling on here. I'm gonna leave it. That's got lots going on. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do on the front of this. It is embossed. I don't know if you can see that. It's really lovely. And again, it's got the pink flowers on it. So I might just do this one. Do the corner of this because it's facing that way. And that's my plan. Another PSX stamp. Some of these I've had for years. Others I have been able to accumulate on eBay because a lot of them are just not reproduced anymore. have come down to there, so I don't want to go any further than that. And I've got barely any of that. So I am just going to do it right about there. Voila. Could have done it a little bit more of an angle so it doesn't look so square, but I'm content with that. And now we have 2 more skinny tags. Oh. I put the seal too far down. Oh, that's okay. Didn't do any damage. All right. So I hope you are enjoying this video. I hope you're learning something maybe new or inspired to try something new, and hoping that it will be helpful to you. It's just my method, and I'm trying to be deliberate in what I do so that it's very thorough and explained very well to you. Okay, I think I'm going to do these guys again. I'll just do it reverse this time. These grid lines on the press are really nice. What I do on this is I just watch which way the flower is opening up. All right. These are really old stamps from Heartfelt Creations. I've had them for a long, long time. In fact, they are the old packaging. And what I've done over the years is I buy the back things, and then I get the original artwork laminated. So this also is a cling stamp. Well, this is a poor example, but I can put stamps on either this or the other pink card. Genius, because I need the image. I absolutely have to have the image. Oh, you know what? I should be using this one. I haven't used that one yet. Yeah, I absolutely love their original artwork from years ago. They're my favorites. And a lot of the modern ones, I don't know, just not my style. Seem to be a little bit more cutesy. And, excuse me, I do prefer the older ones. So if you can find them, if you like some of these older ones, of course, eBay is the best place to look, or Marketplace. Because really, all you need is the rubber image part to be intact. Doesn't matter if it's discolored from not being cleaned carefully, or, you know, ink residue. That comes off easily. I do like to buy new and packaged though, especially with stamps. So versatile. I mean, I came from a scrapbooking background, and then veered off into the card making for a few years, and then I discovered junk journaling. And rubber stamping is definitely been out there for decades, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. So I always feel that stamps are a really good investment, personally. All right, we've got a booklet here. Love that, so beautiful. So we've got roses and a beautiful dress. I'm thinking do something right here. Well, yeah, I said let's do this one. right. Now this one really meant for a right corner. See? So I better do it over here. Let's flip it around. Ink it up. There's a lot of detail on this one. Which I like. Beautiful. Compared with this one, see what I mean? These lines are a lot heavier, whereas these, the image is much more detailed. Beautiful. Ready for the next time. Okay, now I've got these two. Now this one has the felt embellishment down there, so I think if I stamp, it's going to be up here in this corner. And this one doesn't matter where. I think I'm going to do a rose on that one as well. I think I will do this up here. Could almost do it right on the stamp, but that's just too much. So this one here. I think I like this one. I think I'm going to do that one like that. So one at a time. They're both cling stamps. You try and get it equal distance there and from the top. Not so much the top, but the sides definitely. And ink it up. I think I found this one when I was watching another artist on Instagram and messaged her, and of course, being a sweet person, she shared what brand from Brown Baby Craftaholic. Love it. Good enough for now. Okay. See? I think it complements that very well. Now we got this tall guy. I'm going to do it just a bit at an angle because that's the way it's. See how old this is? Paper's yellowed. I'll finish the signature here. Wasn't sure how long I was going to go, but I might as well do the whole signature for you. This tag is quite heavily embellished, and it's pink on the back, so I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Don't have to do every single tag, that's for sure. And then I've got these 3, which I will do. That one. Ooh, I should do a musical note, shouldn't I? Which I have. So, kind of thinking one of these guys. Gotta come back to you.